I thought it was done. But we're not. We are one video to separate all the months that we look, it's one, okay? And one is better than zero. So, now, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but it's probably going to sound something to do with Disney. And I will never talk about Disney, a Disney vacation, because we went a very long time ago. So, one, I don't remember anything. And two, I don't know, I forgot. But anyway, no, I am on a school sports team. That's right, I am an athlete. Yes, I am an athlete that doesn't like to run. That is right. I am one of those. Now, it was a very interesting trip. So it was like a team trip, right? So like we all went, and it was just, I was really weird the whole time. I was like my true self, just super weird, didn't really care about anything that happened. I mean, I wanted to win, but that's the only thing I cared about was winning, because that's kind of important. I wanted medal, we didn't win. But anyway, so very first day was kind of just like a pickup day. We had to go to okay, this sounds really weird, and I'm still confused to this day of why we did it. We had to drive and get dropped off at a hotel to then get picked up by the coach who dropped us off at our actual hotel. It wasn't even the same hotel chain either. It was just a random hotel that I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I understand the thought of we should all be in the same spot, but why just a random hotel? I don't know. But anyway, so that was fine. We all got picked up. I was there early, not like super early, but a normal-ish amount of time early, because I was excited. And I was assuming someone else would be there, and no one else was there. I was the first one there. So when I walked in, I looked lost and confused to literally all the hotel staff. So that's kind of my bad. But in my defense, someone else should have been there. That's my defense. I don't really have a big defense there. I was just acting like my normal self. Weird. But everyone showed up eventually. We all left somewhat on time. And so, yeah, car ride was normal for a bit. The coach had to stop in at a store to, I don't know what he had to pick up, but he had to pick something up. And we decided the best thing to do was to change all of the settings in the minivan. That was that was our thought. Just change every single setting. I don't think he noticed, actually, because the settings we changed, I mean, the only thing that he would have noticed is the radio the radio stations that were set to. But I don't even think he noticed that. I think he just kept going. He wanted to go to the hotel and sleep, like all of us did, because we got picked up at like 7, and then the drive, and because 7 o'clock is early, we just wanted to nap. We wanted to nap because we had to wake up at 6 in the morning the next day, so we needed our sleep. But we went to the hotel. We explored a little bit, and I'm pretty sure we all went to our room and watched Happy Gilmore the first night. I'm pretty sure that's what we did as soon as we got to the hotel, and then we slept, so that was fine. Now, day one, so we woke up at 6, ate breakfast, and then we went to sporty thing. Now, there was me and my random self. I decided to make it a mission to steal as many pencils as possible. Let me explain, okay? So, there was a jar of, like, tiny golf pencils, right? Okay? And no one's playing golf this time of year. I don't think anyone's playing golf. Maybe there are some people playing golf, but no one was playing golf that time of year. So I decided to just want to take them all as much as possible. If you're wondering how much I took 15. I was very successful in my journey, but Yeah, we'll just get to how I stole 15 in the future and then lost them all. Well, most of them. But so every single like game, I would just take a couple when no one was looking. And then it got so bad where the last day they knew I was taking them, so they had to hide the pencils. So I couldn't take anymore. I still took more. The very first game we did at 9 a.m., treacherous. It was awful. We're going to blame the tiredness. Actually, the worst part is like the hotel bed. So the mattress was, mattress was fine, but it was the pillows that sucked. The pillows were just awful. I could not at all. At most per night, I got 4 hours of sleep. It was awful. I needed lots of coffee. But very first day, very first game, and it was awful. Let's bring me out. It was terrible. We're just happy that that was not a live stream game. So some of the games were live streamed. We were only live streamed once on the main channel, and then some other team, they do like their own kind of live stream for them, and we were on that once. So 2 of the games were live streamed, and I did great both of those games. I sucked the rest of the time, but that's what matters. Is doing great when you're on camera. I guess something about the camera just made me do a lot better. I don't know why, but I don't know. Ego. We like ego. Either way, so yeah, first game sucked, and then there was a break, and it was a pretty big break. So like 20 of us, 20-ish of us total went, probably a little more. I don't know exactly because I don't really talk to all of them. There's just way too many people. But either way, 20-ish of us went, and we all didn't play at the same time. Like you'd be in some games, you'd be out at certain times. So the games that we were sitting out, we would watch the live stream games, and usually one of us was live stream, so you can like kind of like cheer us on. There's a couple times where like none of us were live streamed, which we had to watch the other people, the other teams, and that was fine. We wanted to cheer ourselves on because we wanted to win, but that's fine. Ego. So, we watched their live stream game because they were live streamed the next game, and then we had to go back for our game where we were the live stream game. That was our one main YouTube page live stream game, which was, I did amazing. We crushed them. Wasn't even close. Ego. That was the only run-out game. So we had to, we kind of had to brag about that one. Just a little bit. But then we went back to the hotel, and so me being weird, more weirdness, wanted to have, like, a party every night. And by that, I mean just have people over and we just eat a bunch of food and watch movies and stuff. Like, you know, like, not like a weird drunk party. Just a normal party. But my roomie adored his sleep. And let's just say he never won that battle. Like, the very first night we had just, like, a couple other people over. Which, you know, normal. We watched our live stream game back. We had to watch it back because we wanted to see us. Because, again, that's the game that we did amazing at. Like, we were, like, really excited that our live stream game, like, none of us sucked. Like, we were like, oh, we're going to suck. This is going to be terrible. And then people are going to think that we suck. And no, we did amazing. We had to watch that back. So that's what we did. We watched that game back. And then we slept. Well, I didn't. I was awake most of the night because I couldn't sleep. And we woke up. We got to wake up at 8 the next day. I know, we didn't have the morning game, which was amazing. I had to play in the morning game. Didn't really help it. I still didn't get any sleep. But, yeah, so we played that game, had our break, went back to the hotel, did work, while watching the other live stream games. Game 4, and then, you know, the next night, we had more people over. I had 2 other people. So there was now 6 of us chilling, and we were watching. No, we didn't watch anything. We just played games. Yeah, we played some weird excessively aggressive Uno game. It was like, I don't know what it's actually called because I've never played it before, but there was like some cards are like pick up 10 and then pick up 6, and there was like weird rules to it. It was excessively aggressive, and we hated each other at the end of the night, but that was fine because we still had it the next day. So yeah, that's what we did that night, and then unfortunately the one other guy. So we're nice people, right? And one of the people that came over, we didn't know, like, it was 2 a.m. until he left. And we were all tired, right? But because we're nice people, we didn't know a nice way of saying get out. Like, what's a nice way of saying get out? We're tired, want to sleep. Like, I don't want to drop hints or anything, because then he might get offended. I feel like you just need to be aggressive in that moment. But we were nice. We let him stay until it was 2 a.m. And then as soon as he left, me and my roomie just both looked at each other and were like, thank goodness he left. Like, we were just not at all feeling it. We were so out. I went to bed, got like 3 hours of sleep that night. Pretty sure that night I woke up. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to go to the breakfast bar. I'm just going to walk to Starbucks because, yes, I don't even go to Starbucks actually that often. And by that often, I mean I haven't gone in over a year. I never go to Starbucks. I went like 3 times, and each time I got the same drink because I'm not like a huge caffeine lover, right? But I do need coffee. So I drink it for the purpose of waking up, not for the purpose of enjoyment. Either way, I walked to Starbucks with the one guy that stayed until 2 a.m. because he also needed coffee. I wonder why. But we went to Starbucks, and I don't know the Starbucks menu, right? So the person there was like listing all these drinks, and the menu was, it was one of those like new modern menus, which pretty much means it shows you 6 items, but there's like a million more. So I didn't know what was on the menu. So like the one person was being very helpful. I was like, I just need coffee to wake me up. So instead of like just saying a standard thing, she decides to just list the entire menu. And I'm just looking at her like, I have no clue what you're talking about. But of course, I'm nice, so I didn't say that, right? So what I said instead, I said, how about you make me a coffee and just match it to how tired I look? And then she gave me this ridiculously strong coffee. Very expensive, too. That's why I don't go to Starbucks. Very strong coffee. And that definitely woke me up. Like, let me say, that woke me up. She understood the assignment and knew exactly what I was talking about. Because I was awake then. I also had another coffee, like, later that day. And by later that day, I mean I was still holding the original cup from Starbucks when I got the other one. Both larges, or grande, or I don't know, Starbucks sizes. They had to go fancy. Starbucks is just fancy. Fancy people coffee. I'm not a fancy person. So I was awake for the next day. And the next day we did very good. And at the end of that day, we decided, and by we, I mean one of the coaches decided that we should go to Boston Pizza. And Boston Pizza is very good. Like, let me tell you, very, very good. We went to Boston Pizza that day. And one team was playing at the time because, like, not all of us could be together at once unless it be at, like, 9 p.m. And no one's waiting until 9 p.m. for dinner. So there was still 18 people of us, and we just had this really long table. It was very funny. And people knew, and by people, I mean everyone on the team knew, I was on this pencil stealing streak. I think at this time, I had 10 or so. Like, it was in the double digits, right? Like, I impressed people with my pencil stealing abilities. And someone made the comment, of course they weren't quiet about it either. They made the comment that I should steal a Sharpie, the waiter's Sharpie, because he left it on the table, like by accident. And then someone made the comment, and he walks back. He's like, no, I'm not. It's like, I'm not leaving this here. He gave me like the face of just pure disappointment, as I would steal. That's fine. either way, so I steal pencils, not Sharpies. You know, I get those school supplies. I don't. I just free pencils. Free pencils. That's what matters, right? Just a free pen. Either way, went back to the hotel, and of course the people that were playing that weren't there, they came to our room after. We hung out for a bit. Woke up for the next morning, and the next morning we had like more time in the morning because we had only one game. We had one game that day, and it was, well, I played at like 3:30. They played at like 12. Different times, right? Now, we decided to go to this bakery across the street. Now, me in a candy store is just pure madness. It's like a gambler going to I do with a gambling problem going to the casino. Me in a candy store is the exact same way. Like there's just no there's no way I'm going to be spending my budget of what I spent there. I think I spent like $70 worth of candy and stuff, candy and chocolate, and I took it home for me still. But I mean, that was a good hour in that store. I was just walking around staring at everything that there was, which is very. I want to go back there, but it's too far away, so I can't go back there. Because they had good stuff there. Like, I still actually have stuff I bought from there on the table. It's all very good stuff. It's still good, too. Probably. So, yeah, afternoon game. So, the very last game is also, like, the last, or our last live stream game, which was, 2. But no, so that game, let's say, I did amazing in that game. Like, it didn't look that good, but I did amazing in that game. I'm not trying to boost ego. I'm just saying I did great. Okay, and because on camera. So I had to look. I think the pressure of me having to do well, or the pressure of like a camera being on me and people watching it, just made that extra pressure on me that I had to do good because I didn't want to look terrible. I don't know. That was probably it, but that was a short game. Because unfortunately my roommate hurt himself, of course. I don't know how he hurt himself. I don't know how. But either way, short game. And then the very last day is because, well, we didn't make the cut, right? So we just got to watch. We got to cheer on everyone else, which was, like, really fun. That was the day when the staff knew I was stealing their pencils. And they had to hide them. So pretty much I was at 15 at that time. I was like, oh, well, can't get any more. At 14, and then I somehow found a way to steal another one. So that's how I got to 15 that day. I don't even know how I stole another one. But we got to 15 that day. That was fine. We just cheer each other on. There was like closing ceremonies and all the medals and awards and stuff. I didn't get any, but that's fine. That's fine. We got this water bottle like as like a souvenir gift, like for everyone just like to come out. This water bottle, and it leaks. Now, I didn't realize it leaked because like at first it looks like a standard. It's a standard water bottle, okay, but I didn't realize that when it like you tip it a little bit, even if it's closed, it will still leak from the top. And I didn't find this out until I had to go to the bathroom at school. I had my backpack on me, right? Water bottle in the side pouch. And I bent over a little bit, and the water bottle leaked. So it kind of looked like I just peed all over the floor. I had to get out before anyone noticed that it looked like I peed on the floor. I hope no one... I don't think anyone... I don't know. Maybe someone noticed. Probably not. But that was cool. We got like these lanyards because you had to wear a lanyard to show that you were in the event. I guess, people like to crash this or something. I don't know. But so I got that. I got my pencils. It was a very fun trip. So it was actually probably like I will never forget that trip. That was my very fun week. That was a week, but then the rest is just schoolwork. I had one fun week. that's going to do it. Just one video, just to kind of split in the middle. There will be more, but not for another bit, with schooling to do. So it'll be another while, but I thought I have time now. I'll put one out here. I'll tell you about my vacation away from school. And that was it. Thanks for watching. See you in a few months. Goodbye.